So today we are continuing on our thrifting secondhand shopping extravaganza. So where we're gonna go today is Columbia, which I actually went to the University of Missouri for college. So I am always loving to run into Columbia. I've been a few times since graduating, but not as much as I would like, obviously. But it is on the way back to where we are now living, which is Springfield, Missouri. So we're gonna stop there and then we're gonna go a little bit out of the way to Jefferson City. There's a Dillard's outlet there that we wanna shop. So we'll see if it all works out. But it is Sunday, so bummer. But the other stores are really only open till 3, so we need to get a move on it so we can get to the stores before they all close. A few of them are closed on Sundays, period. Nothing we can do about it. But there are a few downtown. And Columbia opened up this like section that's a little bit more urban, has like secondhand, a little more like creative sort of situation. So I'm excited to go back and take a little gander around. So come along with us. And if you're new to my channel, hello, welcome to it. We do a lot of thrifting on this channel, secondhand shopping. I'm in the fashion industry as a fashion designer, so I do so much research on what's coming in, what's coming out, trends. I really believe in sustainability and being smart about our choices and what we consume, and that's really it. I also do vlogs. I just did an apartment tour, closet clean out. If you're interested in like New York City lifestyle, that is where I live, and this is my channel. So come hey!
First, walking into the store, I thought it was so cute, put together so well, merchandised very nicely, and so organized. So basically, as we kept going through, the sales associate told us, you know, we're actually organized by decade. So the first floor is like the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and then as you go up, it gets to 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and then on the top floor, it's like early 20s, sort of Gatsby and party type of outfits that are like ball gowns, wedding dresses. You'll see. I don't want to spoil it all. So I thought that was so cool and such a great way to lay out this kind of interesting storefront where it's different levels and it's a little bit more older and just like a little bit less of a mainstream boutique layout. So that was so cool. Anyway, the voiceover situation continues because I still don't really understand what's going on with YouTube and the monetization of the music, question mark. So I'm just gonna keep talking through this entire shopping experience. Hope you enjoy. Like a sweatshirt.
It's like very heavy. It's very...
Yeah. I think this is so cute, but it's a little too long for me. But I love this like raglan with a little... The first thing I noticed as someone who typically lives and shops in New York City, the prices on clothes here were so good for a curated, boutique-y vintage shop. I was in shock with how affordable most of these options were. I'm thinking because it's in a college town, so it makes sense for the market, like who's going to be shopping there. If I lived in this town, I'd be there almost every weekend, let me tell you. Let's just take a moment for these loafers. I'm kind of on a loafer vibe right now, but unfortunately they were a little too tight on my foot. But $36 for leather freaking loafers, insane. I think one of my favorite things about vintage shopping is imagining the history behind like all these clothes and the people that once wore them. If you didn't know, I have been looking for a cheetah coat for basically a year, maybe even more. And I find them, but they're not quite right. This one was so beautiful, but I will say the state of this coat was just a little too far gone for me. The hand feel, I don't know, something was going on with the fur. It was like a little bit sticky. Like, I don't know if the person who once wore it was a smoker and the lining was all torn out. So we passed on it, but such a shame. I did not get rid of any of my jeans in my latest closet clean out. If you haven't seen that, you totally should. It's super inspiring, especially coming into the new year, being organized in life. But I still managed to find the denim rack in hopes of finding some kind of leather pant, maybe a slack, something fun. I didn't find any bottoms in this store, which is such a shame because like these were pretty cute, but they were more tapered. I don't know what I'm looking for in a leather pant, but I have not been able to find something that just is the perfect thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're still on the hunt, basically. Long story short, once we wrapped up this decade, we walked upstairs and took a little gander, took a little look around. Look at how gorgeous this is curated and how neat and beautiful it is. I am in love with this store. I feel like I've been touching on this a bit lately, but just the way that clothing was made back in the day when people weren't so worried about numbers and margins and this and that and like, oh, we need to make billions of dollars. It's just like clothes were meant to be worn for a long time. We were not going in, out, up, down fashion. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but looking at vintage clothes makes my designer heart happy and just re-inspired to make our clothes a little bit better in any way I can, because they last so much longer and they're not giving space into the landfills. Like, things are so beautiful. Look at this poncho cape situation. I don't know. The buttons, the pattern, the piping, the back yoke detail with the scarf, like that today could never make it on the floor without being like $450. And it's just a shame. Why do things have to cost so much? Like, I'm so sick of our society. I think I'm spiraling. Looking back now, I do regret not trying this on, but I just felt like it wasn't very practical for my lifestyle. Like, how could I carry a bag, you know? But since I've started watching Emily in Paris again and, you know, Gossip Girl, I feel like those things could have been kind of a vibe. But anyway, we'll just appreciate it in this video and just keep shopping. Just keep shopping on. A lot of these clothes were really beautiful, but a little bit, like I was saying, a little unpractical. Didn't really need different tops or tanks or any of these blouses. They were pretty, but like just not quite it for me. I did really like these suede pants, but they were so stiff. They were only $100 and they were probably beautiful, but like imagine how hot you would be. It would just literally be that episode of Ross trying to put his pants on in the bathroom and sweating and ending up having the powder and everything. Do you know what I'm talking about? From Friends. So funny. I love Friends. But as I'm looking at the store setup, the way they hung these racks on these like large pipes, I'm curious, should I figure out how to do that to my apartment? Because imagine that was on my back wall. It would be stunning. However, here we go, continuing on the shopping up to the 3rd floor. This was the most beautiful floor, I think, in my opinion, because it had all the going out clothes, a lot of history. I think this was like the 20s, 30s, and then party. So just beautiful everywhere. I don't really think that any of these clothes were my style. However, they were really cool to look back on, see some design details and some small trends that are coming back. And, you know, it's just interesting how fashion works. Some things are in, some things are out, and then it just comes back and it's like twisted a little bit differently. Like, as you study clothing, you can definitely see connections between what was going on in like the 20s and what's going on in the new 20s, the new 2025s. I feel like I have a favorite decade for every type of clothing. Like, my favorite casual clothing is really the 90s. Very, you know, Rachel Green, Monica Geller. And when it comes to like party, I really love the 80s. I feel like party, bows, over the top, different shine. So into that for the 80s. And when it comes to like outerwear, suiting, things of that sort of nature, I love the 30s and even like the 60s. Just covered buttons and different textured wools and plaids. I'm so into plaids, you know. But I'm just rambling at this point. I hope you guys are loving seeing all the different things that were in the store. I basically gave an entire store view because I simply was so enthralled by everything. And there weren't many people there, so I didn't feel awkward. And I want to, in this new year, really embrace the fact that I am trying to be an influencer. Like, I'm trying to do the thing, and sometimes I get in my head and I don't video as much, and I need to just do the damn thing, because if I'm gonna do it, I better do it. So now for the best part, try on haul. This jacket situation is so unbelievably beautiful in person. I can't even explain. I tried to get like good videos of it and everything, and of course a real try on will be at the end of the video where I style it up in New York and everything. But the way this was fitting, the styling of it, it's so different from anything I've ever seen or worn, and I can low-key see Zara like putting something similar out like this. Maybe I'm just delusional, but I thought this was the coolest thing ever. Just imagine worn as a top. Adorable. Now for the second best coat, I love the rounded hemline of this, as well as the pocket. The plaids match up. It's just like beautifully structured and planned out. And for $22, I was in shock. I'm like, Goodwill would not give me this for $22. And it has a corduroy collar. The color was a little so-so, but I've warmed up to it. It's definitely unique, but I can absolutely see myself wearing it. I've already worn it twice. Like, I love that jacket. Now, when it comes to the rugby, so this fit well. It looks cute. I love the stripe layout, loving the details on that rugby top, but is it me? The answer is just no. It's giving Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I'm just a little more Gossip Girl than Ferris, you know what I'm saying? Look at how cute downtown Columbia is. Like, you cannot tell me this is not the cutest little town ever. But we're gonna try to pop into this like artist alley situation and see how it is, but it might all be closed because it's Sunday. So it's just down here, and we just walked a couple blocks. Had to obviously stop and grab a little coffee, so we went to the shop Fretboard Coffee. It's so cute, quaint, and then you just round the corner and North Village Art Studios are right here. So the way this is built up is like different pockets of businesses, and it's kind of an indoor vibe. Most of them seem to have like other entryways. So we stopped onto the first place, which is actually pretty new, according to my friend Nadine, who has a design studio where she does wedding and alterations and does all kinds of things. She's the best. I was so into those blue candles, but until I have a dining room, I don't really think it's appropriate for me to be buying dining stuff. Anyhow, this place is called Stellar, found and made. I didn't get into the details with the owner, but they do a lot of secondhand, and then maybe they make stuff. I don't know. It was very beautiful. But as you walk through, you can make your way up the stairs, and there is another thrift store. So this is called Lovely Girl. They also had some new stuff like gifts. This is also right before Christmas, so you can imagine they sell like puzzles and all kinds of things, but obviously went straight to the clothing. So this store had old, new 90s brands, more things that you would find in 2010, but mixed in with super vintage and fun, quirky clothes, and it's organized by color. So I did enjoy this store. I was a little overwhelmed. I don't know how, but something about like everything kind of being thrown together really frazzles me. Like it just does. It frazzles me. Like unless I'm in a Goodwill or deep diving in a thrift store, if I'm at a boutique kind of place, I just expect it to be a little more organized. But it was still pretty, and they had a lot of good home goods, purses, bags, accessories of all different types of decades or seasons or whatever. So now that we saw kind of the clothing in the back, we walked towards the front. So we kind of went backwards because we went through the back entrance, but there is a front entrance. And that's why this place is like a little confusing, but still intriguing, right? Like this is where I saw the puzzles, some of the gift type of looking things. And it's funny because I look back at footage and I'm thinking, oh my God, I should have looked at these charms. I need charms. But I didn't, you know? You win some, you lose some. Just showing off my home estate, you know. I'm feeling proud of this artist's alley kind of set up, and the fact that this is here is really cool considering Missouri isn't the most artistic. It isn't the most vintage type of place, but I love seeing Columbia put this together and build this community for people like me and probably you if you're here watching this. So definitely check it out if you're ever in the area.
So we wrapped up at the Columbia Extravaganza thrifting vintage shopping and it was so good. I cannot wait to try on these clothes and show you how I'm gonna style them up. So stay tuned for that in the second part of this video. Alrighty, time for the try on haul. I'm so excited for this portion of the video. Unfortunately, and you may have caught on to this, video series is out of order because of the 12-inch snow that came through Kansas City and basically stopped the city from functioning. So my packages that my mom shipped to me, including a bunch of stuff from my hauls, was in those boxes and it's on its way and it's delayed, but I have the stuff from Columbia. So the Extravaganza is a little out of order, a little out of funks, similar to this 2025 New Year, but it'll come eventually. I had a sleepless night because of the LA fires and just like being on TikTok, and I was just recently super sick for a few days, so I was like on my bed just melting away, hot flashes, cold symptoms. I don't know, it's still lingering a little bit. I don't know what's going on, but we're just gonna keep pushing through and I'll distract you with a little fun and flirty fashion, okay? So what I did is I went to Ralph Lauren because I saw this jacket and immediately was kind of thinking of this velvet black jacket I had saw when I went up to Ralph Lauren over the Christmas season to just check out, you know, the vibes, do a little exploration, if you will. And this jacket was giving Ralph Lauren to me. I went back to Vogue and on there they started doing this thing, and maybe they've always had it, but I just haven't ever utilized it. But you can search like keywords, say military wool little jacket or whatever, and then boom, thousands of images come up, and I went there. So I'm gonna do a couple different ways for each outfit because I found so much inspiration from my good friends from Ralph Lauren. We ended up going to a laundromat in Springfield, and they were so cheap. Had to have worked so hard on this jacket because it came back literally beautiful. Like, no, I don't know what they did, but it was magical and it looks just so brand new. The brand is Benton Ltd, and I mean, guys, I just can't get over how gorgeous it is. The dress I wore to a friend's wedding is in one of those boxes, and I was so going to style it with this, but it's okay. We'll do it for a recreation video. Also, again, I just binge watched like everything ever, so I've been watching Emily in Paris, Gossip Girl. You know, sickness really ties you to your TV, I'll tell you that. Anyway, I thought it would be really cute to do kind of like a short situation. These sheer text tights, this will be my second season that I'm wearing these. They're still kicking it. This top, I designed. So this tuxedo little thing, basically, if the buyer doesn't buy something, I can sometimes take it home with me. So I'm thinking this will look cute. And again, I never, oh, it's a little tight. And again, I never style things until I get to the video. So we do it together here, okay? It's pretty cute. I think the shorts need to be shorter. I'm just gonna roll them. No one would ever know. I'm like, is it staticky? Probably. It's so dry in my apartment. Don't get me started on the radiator and the humidity that it creates. I mean, not humidity, dryness. Opposite problem. Okay. Unfortunately, I think this top is a little too oversized and it's just like pulling funky. I don't know. It's not too bad. Let me try something else. I thought it was gonna be perfect. Dang. I did also pull out this top, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't fit me. I am a hypocrite sometimes, like anyone else, because I think it's so cute. It has the exact same shaping and has little red speckles in it. So let me try that on too. Another day humbled because, like, does it technically fit? Yeah, I don't know. My camera's gonna die and I actually can't find the charger. I feel very flabbergasted today. Very floopy. My next option would be to wear all as a top, so we're buttoning her right up. There is a little bit of damage on this portion, but I'm gonna try to fix it. This is pretty cool as like just a top. Here we go. I could either do the shoes I'm wearing, the Shoots boots, of course, or some little silver shoe. I think I'm getting a little discombobulated here. I guess I'm gonna do Shoots boots. Never really go wrong. All right, I feel like I could probably accessorize a little bit better, but honestly, I don't really feel like I know where anything is right now. I'm feeling very discombobulated. Plain black bag, and then here we go. Option 1, styled, kind of pretty. It's like I need one of those little hats, you know, to really pull off the look. Yay. Just for little funsies, I tried it with the lace because I really wanted it to pop out of the sleeves. I feel like that's so trendy right now. What do you think? Maybe a black jean? Call me crazy, but is it kind of fun? It is kind of runway. I believe we struck the winning outfit. These jeans just look so good with everything. They're from And Other Stories. And I thought the hair up was nice because you can see the back detail of the embroidery. But with the little heel and like a little pearl pop, I feel like I brought this into 2025 from like, what, 1925? I'm kidding. But you get the point. How timeless can some design features and design styles be? It's just so inspiring to try to make things like more long lasting and valuable. I'm obsessed. So cute. I feel like this also lets the jacket really be the centerpiece and speak for itself kind of thing. I think I'll wear this to my friend's birthday dinner this weekend. So into it. Alright, I'm picking up the pace because my camera's gonna die and I cannot find this stupid charger. So anyway, I put on my Morgan Stewart fit that I just adore her fit. And by that I just mean the Morgan Stewart basics. If you don't know, I'm obsessed with her. I have a video on her, recreating all her outfits. But this coat, like, you guys, I'm just such a mess today. I'm really falling apart on the internet. This jacket is so beautiful. I can't believe the things I bought at this store. So cute on. I feel like this is a really, okay, it's the nighttime. Hello. I left my charger at my parents' house, so I'm gonna try to do the haul and upload this today. Maybe I'll redo it. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is my outfit, okay? So, put on my cute little sockies to wear with my loafs. So we're fitted in the Morgan Stewart type of outfit with the slim pant, the very basic little sweater. Mine's thrifted from Express, and my pants are from And Other Stories. I just really like their denim. And then I'm gonna add a belt because obviously, and this is just, you know, kind of the vibes. I love adding a little cuff to the end of my jeans these days. I just feel like it gives it a little extra texture and like level to the outfit. So there we go, boom. And then, I'm like, what else? Probably a bag of some kind. Love a little Coach moment, so kind of a vibe, kind of a vibe. And that is the last outfit that I got, and I just am obsessed with both of those things that I purchased. I didn't get anything else because that was the wrap on Columbia, as you saw. So, let me get a little closer. Okay, well now my stupid light thing. Oh, it's on. Maybe I can do the outro quick. But that really brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you guys loved this one. I love Maude Vintage in Columbia, Missouri. If you ever find yourself in the area, you have to stop by. They also have an Instagram, and I don't know if they have an online shop, but you should totally check it out. Same with all of the little artist alley build-up. I'm always like, can you believe that didn't even exist when I was in college? I would have loved that place. But maybe I have changed a lot in the 10 years that I've lived, and I was more of a basic girly girl, squirrely girly, sorority, dance team kind of girl. So maybe I wouldn't have been into vintage yet. I worked my way into that as I got older. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I can't wait to show you all the other things that I got on my thrifting extravaganza. Again, if you didn't know, we'll be doing part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, thrifting, different trips, and then a try on at the end. So please subscribe. I hope to see you in my next video, and that's my cue. The light is now dead. So, you know, we're going through a lot of obstacles here in 2025, but it could be worse. So anyway, yeah, I need to get a good night of sleep.